I always hear girls in America say, I want a man who's a provider, or I want a guy who does XYZ for them. And to that I say, look at the quote 2.47 in the Bhagavad Gita. It says, everyone should do their prescribed duties without expectation of anything in return. And I have this concept that if I were going on a first date, if I'm making myself a smoothie, I would give it to a guy as well. If I am doing something for myself and my own health and someone else is around, I'm going to help them out. If it's a friend, if it's a family member, a first date, anyone. And I think that is a problem with the culture today and also the culture in certain places because they have the idea that they want to get something from everyone else. But the Bhagavad Gita says you should not try to get something from other people. You should focus on what you need to do for yourself. Now, doing this for yourself also may help other people, and that's good. But you should not do it for any other reason other than that you need to do it. And I think that when people act towards their own duties, other people naturally fall in line. So if I were on a first date and I was to make a smoothie for a guy, it just so happens that the guy generally does want to provide for me as well. It's not that I'm doing it for something in return. I would do it regardless. I may not go on a second date with a guy if I don't feel like he's not the right guy for me or if he doesn't follow my value system. But the goal is to still be yourself. The goal is to be who you need to be without expecting anything in return. In high school, I remember I was the only person who didn't cheat in an exam. It was a chemistry exam. Because to me, my goal was to do the best and learn about chemistry. I was the only one who saw the answers, but I didn't look at it. Like I had a friend give me the answers in front of my face, but I didn't look at it because my duty at that time was to be the best student I could and to learn everything I could about chemistry. Now, looking at the answers would not help me become a better student. It might help me get an A in the exam, which I did get because the teacher let me retake the exam. Everyone else got an A. I did not the first time. But I got to retake it and I got an A. And my overall grade was not impacted, and I was still in the top 10% of the country. But the goal is to decide what your prescribed duties are and to perform it to your best ability. Obviously, you can't do everything perfectly, and that's okay. But the Bhagavad Gita says you want to try and do your prescribed duties as best as possible. And I think that's one of the things I learned from the Gita, reading about it, where one of the gods, they had to do something and it was not what they wanted to, but it was part of their duty, so they followed through with it.